My name is Shelly Kwiatkouski. I am the founder of Hot House Yoga here in Ormond Beach, Florida. This is my lovely assistant, Sarah. And today we want to introduce you to a beginner's sequence, one that will help you evolve into a vinyasa class. So with that said, grab your props. You may need a block or a strap. And we're going to try to break this down as much as possible in a limited amount of time so that it becomes user-friendly and something you can refer to often. So with that said, let's go ahead and start off in child's pose. And in your child's pose, you want to start at the back of the mat. You're going to rest on your heels. Now there's two schools of thought. Both of them are great. You can keep your knees together or your knees separated. So Sarah's demonstrating what this looks like when your knees are open and mine are going to be closed. And you extend your fingertips out in front of you and you just sort of soften. Catch your breath. On the next breath, tabletop position. Then engage your toes into the mat. These are called fire toes, and we'll move into downward facing dog. Now in your down dog, push your hips back so they go towards the back of your mat. And what I'd like you to do is sort of look towards your thumbs to elongate your spine. And catch your breath. We're going to walk ourselves all the way to the top of the mat. Once your fingertips and your toes meet, lengthen your spine. Bend your knees if it's necessary, and then exhale, fold chest to thighs. On the inhale, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. Allow your palms to touch and then look towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold. Same intention, swine down, and then bring your fingertips back down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. You can walk it back or just take your right leg back for a lunge position. We'll just hold this for a breath. The left leg will come back to meet it. Here you are, high plank. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down to our bellies. Take a low cobra or an up dog, lift up. On the exhale, lower down. Child's pose. Just as we started, we'll descend towards the heels of our feet. One more time. Tabletop position. Fire up your toes. Downward facing dog. See if you can get your heels a little bit closer towards the mat. And again, we'll come up high under our tippy toes and walk ourselves towards the top of the mat where we'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. Sweep your arms up nice and high. Look up. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the mat. Again, walk it back or take the left leg back. Just enjoy the stretch. The right leg will meet the left leg. We'll come into high plank. Exhale again all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, low cobra. So press the tops of your feet into the mat and extend your chest closer towards the top of your mat. Exhale, you'll lower. And again, child's pose. Push yourself back. One breath here. Tabletop position. Fire toes. Downward facing dog. Walk it to the middle of your mat. We'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll sweep our arms up towards the sky, interlace the fingers. So we're going to turn, rocking the self from side to side. Now your feet are going to be together, so your ankles. We're going to come back to center, take a big breath in. On your exhale, take your fingertips all the way over towards the right side of the room. Use your right hand to pull on that left arm. Let that left hip push a little bit beyond the blade of your foot. One more big breath. See if you can lengthen your spine towards the sky. Exhale, come back to center. Same intention. Take your fingertips over towards the left side of the room. Your left hand's going to pull that right arm. See if you can keep your ears in line with your arms. Draw that right hip. See if you can get it beyond the heels of your feet. Chest is long. And we'll come back to center. Getting ready for a back bend, your gaze is going to look up towards your fingertips. For those of you who need a modification, your hands will come behind you. You'll press your hands into your lower back. Squeeze your elbows together. Either way, the hips are going to move forward. The chest will reach up towards the sky. We'll look up towards the sky and go back as far as we can, all the while working on stimulating the breath. And let's release. We'll come back to center. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, fold forward, bending the knees, the chest to the thighs. Once your fingertips come down to the mat, cup your heels from behind. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. See if you can get your chest to rest on your thighs, as well as get your forehead to come in contact with your knees. The last thing you want to do is try to straighten your legs. A big breath here. Set your fingertips up the same way. You'll interlace your fingers out in front of you. Bend your knees. You'll come up with the flat back. You'll straighten your legs. You'll bring your arms down to your side, and you'll catch your breath. Getting ready for chair pose. Our arms will be parallel to the floor, and our feet are going to be 2 fists width apart. So you step out 1 foot, and you may want to measure as you bring your fingertips down and make sure they're parallel to each other. And then the arms come up. Try to relax your arms so they're lower than your shoulders. And we're going to sit down in our imaginary chair. Now bring the weight back into the heels of your feet. Maybe you can wiggle your toes a little bit. Pull the belly button in and up. And imagine you're trying to squeeze your inner thighs together. 1 more breath here. Let's release. Straighten your legs. Come up onto your tippy toes. From here, connect with your ankles. See if you can keep them towards each other. And then slowly descend, bending your knees. Work on finding your center of gravity, like your back is flush to the wall. In through the nose and out. As we back out, you'll take a big breath in, start to straighten your legs. Stay up on your tippy toes, work your ankles, and then lower the heels. The next pose, turn your heels out so you're pigeon-toed. Let your knees kiss. We're going to go down nice and slow. So if you have tender knees, just bring your hands all the way down to the mat, and we'll slowly lower ourselves down. You'll walk your fingertips in, and your arms will be parallel to the floor. You take a big breath in, keep squeezing your inner thighs together and holding. Maybe you want to elevate up of your heels just a little bit. And then we'll release. Again, I'm going to modify bringing my fingertips down. Others are going to come all the way back up. We'll bring our arms down to our side, our toes and heels will touch. A big breath in. Always find your breath before you move forward. The next pose is eagle. Inhale the arms up. Now the right arm is going to be underneath the left. We're going to cross at the forearms, and then the palms are going to touch. Align your spine. Lift your right knee up and slightly bend the left knee. Get a little bounce if you need to, so that that right leg come over the thigh. Now the toes are intended to go behind the calf. If you need a modification, just place the toes on the mat and work on leaning back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Press your elbows into your chest. Let's release. The right foot meets the left. Arms come up. We'll go to the other side. So again, the left arm will be underneath the right. We'll cross until the limbs meet. You'll be soft on your left leg, strong on the right. The left leg will come up and over. The toes can go behind the calf, or you can place the big toe down in the ground to help you find center. Squeeze everything together. Go a little bit lower. Let's release. The left foot will meet the right. Again, arms are going to come all up towards the sky. And your arms will come down to your side. Standing into Tadasana, becoming more present. We're going to work on 3 balancing poses. The first one is forehead to knee. So bring all the weight into your standing left leg. And allow the right thigh to be parallel to the floor. Now there's different variations. You can take your hand to your thigh, and that's what I'm going to encourage today. Or you can start to round down, interlace the fingers below the ball of your right foot. From here, find that C curve in your lower back as you extend your right foot forward. You want to drop the elbows so that start to flank the shins. See if you can get a bigger C curve, and then look towards the big toe and then your knee. One more breath here. Let's release. The right foot will meet the left. Finding our Tadasana. Go right to the other side. So again, you're going to ground through the right leg. I'm hypermobile, so for me, getting out of my joints is first and foremost, and then the left leg comes up. We take a big breath in, and then again, either keep your hand underneath your thighs or reach for the ball of your foot. You extend that left foot all the way out in front of you, and your shins are going to be out there extended. The foot is flexed. Your fingertips are pressing into your toes, and your toes are pressing back. You breathe in through your nose and out. And we release. The left foot meets the right. Big breath in, and big breath out. Getting ready for a back bend. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Now, your palms are going to face forward. But as you start to make this transition, I'd like you to take your right hand towards the back of your mat. Keep the palm facing out in front of you, and then kick the right foot in. Grab the blade of your foot. Now bring your knees back together and just find your center. When you're ready for more, you'll begin to kick the shin towards the back of the room. Your toes will reach up towards the sky, and your torso will lean more forward. In through the nose and out. The idea is to find the balance between the kick and the reaching, much like life. One more breath here. And we'll release. The right foot will meet the left. Our arms will come down to our sides. Getting ready for the other side. Sweep your arms up. Work on those actions of your palms. Rotate that left palm towards the back of the room. Draw that left heel in. Maybe this is where you start today. You bring your knees together and then begin to find that kick. It's super subtle, and then it begins to evolve. Just keep kicking. Feel your belly button working. One more breath. Kick, 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 kick. Let's release. The left foot will meet the right, and our arms are going to come down to our sides. Now, Tulandasana is a quick pose. We get in and we get out. So with that said, you want to back up on your mat just a little bit so you can inhale your arms up. Interlace the fingers and squeeze your forearms into your ears. You'll walk your right foot forward. You'll point the toes of your left towards the back of your mat. Now your intention is to get your torso parallel to the floor, But when we're beginners, we keep it really simple. We're just going to lift that left leg a little bit and hold. Breathing in through the nose and out for 3, 2, 1, and we'll slowly release. The right foot will meet the left. You go right to the other side. We don't even think about it. We just extend that left foot forward. Point the toes of the right and hinge. Lean forward, lean forward. You got this. Square up those hips for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And let's release. The right foot meets the left. Arms come down to the side. We're going to get ready for our standing series. So you want to be parallel to your mat. So let's step ourselves out nice and wide. And this is called wide-legged straddle. Your arms are going to be parallel to the floor. You're going to elevate your spine. Now, we want to tilt from the pelvic bowl is where we want this to happen from. So as you lean forward, see if you can keep your torso parallel to the floor. And then as you lean down, see if you can reach for the edges of your feet. If that's not an option for you, then grab your calves or your thighs. We take a big breath in. You should be feeling this in your back body. You take a big exhale. We're going to hold this for a few breaths just to give ourselves enough time to sort of soften into the transition. And on the next inhale, you can bring your hands to your hips or extend them out to your sides. We'll come up nice and slow with the flat back. Arms are going to be parallel. Step the right foot out to a 45-degree angle. Now this is called Warrior 2. You're going to bend into that right leg. Now you look over the big toe of your right hand. And then look for the middle finger on your right hand. Bend a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Hold. Feel the rotation of your right thigh bone. Bend a hair deeper. Let's release. We'll turn the toes in. Pivot on our heels. Let's go to the other side. You'll bend into the left thigh bone. Same intention. Keep your gaze in the direction you want to move in. Start to stay connected to what it's like to feel. Lean a little bit more with the left knee. Let's straighten the left leg. Turn your left foot in. Preparing for straight-legged triangle, again, you'll turn your right heel in. You're going to lean towards the right side of the room. So feel your left hip. Try not to hold that back. Let the left hip come out. And as the left hip comes down, the right arm will come towards the shin. Maybe it's on the thigh as your left arm reaches all the way towards the sky. Press the big toe of your right foot into the mat. Backing out of the pose. Use that left arm to help you elevate. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. Again, draw that hip out. Your left arm's going to reach forward. Don't let that right hip hold back. Bring your left hand down, right arm up. Breathe. Now, if this arm is reaching up towards the sky, it's less pressure on the lower limbs. So make your right arm as active as you are making the lower limbs, and they can all work together. One more breath here. Let's release. Our arms are going to be parallel to the floor. Bring your left foot in to meet the right. Now, once again, use that momentum. The right foot will meet the left foot. Arms will come down to the side, standing in Tadasana. Catch your breath. Catch it and keep it. And we'll go into tree pose. So today, we're going to take tree. Now, you can either start at the ankle or your calf, or you can take it all the way to your thigh. Your hands are going to be in prayer at the center of the chest. Let's release. Bring the right leg down. Go right to the other side. Feel the rooting of your right foot. And again, find that rotation on the left. And then explore your range of motion. One more breath here. And we'll release. The left foot will meet the right. And we're going to lie down on our backs. So bring your feet to the top of your mat. You're going to roll onto your back. Oh, isn't this nice? So catch your breath again. Catch it and keep it. Extend the left leg out as you pull your right knee in and give it a nice squeeze. Let that knee go towards the armpit. And let's release. The right leg will come down. We'll go right to the other side. The left leg will come up. We'll interlace the fingers. And give it a nice squeeze. The left leg will meet the right. Now you can press your hands into the mat so both legs come up towards the sky. Pull both knees in. Give yourself a nice hug. And remember to press the back of your head into the mat so the chin is not over-exaggerated. We're going to come into air chair. So we'll place our hands on our thighs and flex our feet. Pull the belly button in and up and enjoy that contraction. See if you can relax the shoulders away from the ears so that the core is doing the work and not your neck. We'll interlace our fingers behind our head. And squeeze our elbows in around our ears. Press your head into the back of your hands. And then pulse. Now while you're doing this, pull your knees in towards each other so your inner thighs are stimulated. Pull the belly button in and up. And look in the direction you want to go in. For 3, 2, 1. And let's release. Place your feet on the floor. Relax your arms down to your side. Practicing the roll, which often is seen in a vinyasa class. You take your hands to the backs of your thighs. You tuck your chin into your chest, and you just start to roll back and forth. This is also great for massaging out your back body as well. And then from here, we're going to cross our ankles and come on to our bellies. Now, this is the low Cobra series. So the idea is we want to press our hands into the mat. You want them to be lined up so that they're in line with your elbows. Now there's different schools of thought about that. So just keep an open mind. On your inhale, lift the chest. And on your exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Pushing ourselves back into child's pose. Extend your arms out in front of you and soften your chest between your thighs. Walk your hands in for Ustrasana, camel pose. So you'll place your hands on your lower back. Your knees can be 2 fists width apart, which we've talked about before. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other and then let your hip flexors go beyond your knees and raise your collarbone up. Now, if you want to grab your feet, then elevate your heels, fire toes, and then reach back. The last thing you want to go back is going to be the head. So lift as far as you can until the head comes in all the way back up. One more breath here. And we'll slowly release. Coming into tabletop position, place the hands on the mat, cat-cow. Starting to wind down from the practice. One more cat, really tuck it in, round, 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 round. And from here, cross your ankles. You're going to sit to the insides of your feet. As you lie down on your belly, you'll come into bridge pose. So your feet will be on the floor. You'll roll all the way back. One more back bend as we lift the hips up. Now walk your elbows in towards each other. See if you can get your scapulas underneath you. And then elevate the tailbone towards the sky. One more breath here. And let's release. We'll lower ourselves all the way down. Let the knees kiss. Separate your feet. In the spine twist, walk your feet in towards each other. We'll take the right leg over the left leg, pull both knees in, and take them over towards the left side of the room. Look towards the right arm and soften into the stretch. Come back to center. Lower the right leg down. And have the left leg dangle over the right leg. Pull both knees in again. And then take it over towards the right side of the room. Look towards the left. Coming back to center. The left foot will meet the right. Final Savasana. Let your feet fall open and your arms come out to your side, drawing your attention inward. Now what I'd like you to do is draw your tailbone. So scoop the tailbone so it goes closer towards the heels of your feet. And that should make your lower back longer. And then tuck the chin into the chest. Make the back of the neck longer. And then bring your scapula so they're all the way underneath you. Let's start to deepen the breath. And wiggling our fingers and our toes. We'll place our feet on the floor. Roll over onto the right side. Coming up into a comfortable seat. And we'll bring our palms up. And we'll bring our hands to prayer at the center of the chest. Sarah and I are so grateful that you made time to come and practice with us today. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. So from our hearts to yours, we say namaste.